Hello everyone, and welcome back. Just a little bit bored this morning. I thought I'd come out here. We were talking about cutting a whole bunch of this down. It blocks everything with that back shed, and this was all a whole bunch of years of growth of lilacs. And it would have been really pretty in the spring, but there's just no way to get back there. So we are going to keep this little bunch and see what it looks like in the spring. And lilacs, they come up from the roots, so it's really going to be, they'll keep growing up if we want any more. So I'm just cutting some of that down. Cut these tree bottoms that were, I don't know, up about 10 feet from some storm that blew them over. And then I cut that last one down right there. I didn't get that one done maybe a month ago when I was cutting up some of this stuff. Can't wait for spring when I can get on this chicken coop here and redo that fence on the outside. Get some chickens up here. I'm going to run in right now and have some lunch. It's a super nice day. It's 17 degrees, but there's no wind. Just a perfect day to be outside. After lunch, I'll run you out. I picked up a planer and a lathe 2 days ago, and I know I posted pictures of it on Facebook, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I think it's going to be pretty nice to have in the workshop. Now here you can see the lathe that I bought. I don't know what brand name that is. It's a cast iron. Maybe it says underneath it, I'm not sure, but it's not a bad unit. I mean, everything is there. It's got many different pulley placements on here. I think the guy said it was a 6 or an 8 speed. I haven't plugged it in yet, but eventually I'll get around to it. So I'm pretty excited to have the lathe. I had one years ago. It was just a cheapy one, but you know, that one worked until it broke. This one's cast iron now, so it should last a long time. It's got 42 inches in between there, which is, you know, big enough for like a table leg or anything, so I should be doing pretty good. And this here is the joiner, planer, whatever you want to call it here. This is only a 4-inch. The one I've got back at the workshop is a 6-inch. But the one back at the house, you know, that one works awesome. It's a cheaper unit. It's my second one. I usually get about 2 years out of them, and then the motors go on those. So this one here will work, you know, 4-inch, 6-inch. All you ever really use is up to 2 inches of that. You know, I'm not using this to plane flat the board. I'm always on edge. If I have to run something where I want to run it flat, I run it through my regular planer, and I wouldn't even think about doing it on one of these. I think these two are a really good find. I'm excited to get them put into the workshop. And I think I'm just going to wait, leave them up here, and I'll just bring them in here when I get this partitioned off. If I need to use the lathe for something, I'll come up here and use it and then bring it back, but no reason to carry that heavy stuff all the way back down to the house and then bring it all the way back up here to the house. So until that gets figured out, it can stay up in that garage, and I'll bring it back here as soon as I get this separated off. I was out here looking at this, and you can see how they've got the tin up here on the ceiling, and then all of a sudden it's missing. And I really didn't think about it. I thought maybe they didn't have it up there before. But then when I was outside looking, the people that must have lived here last or built this woodshed thing here, they must have not been the people that had the cabinet shop, so they just tore it off that ceiling and brought it out here, and they've got it partially on the wall. This stuff here is white also, and on the other side you can barely see it here. But anyway, that right there has got to be the tin that used to be in that workshop. So I'll probably take this thing apart, see if I can't just throw it right back up there. Looks like they used some of it over here and down on that thing too. So some of this I can't use, but since they took so much of it off the back side of the barn, I don't need to put it back there. I just need it on that front workshop part. So hopefully I'll have enough to piece that all together. Otherwise I'll just go out and buy, you know, a different product and put it up there. Well, that really opened that up nice. Like I said, we'll see in the spring if we're going to keep that bunch right there or not. I'm just piling all this up for right now. As soon as we get a decent snowfall here, I'll just come out here and burn these little piles. Later on this week, they're talking 6 to maybe 10 inches of snow. So if that happens, I'll get this burned. That bunch of brush right there has been driving Melissa and I crazy since we bought the place. So got that one cut down too. I'm not going to pile that one. I might just burn it right where it sits. We'll see. Well, that's enough for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I will see you guys on the next video.